Knights and Flyers, no strangers to a close game, went to overtime a couple of times.
This is always a good match throughout the year between the Knights and the Flyers. Just, it's all about energy back and forth, multiple chances, maybe a couple turnovers in between. That's something the Knights should definitely work on as this game goes on. I know Ross Campbell he's getting in the face of everyone, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to be a target for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, probably takes that part of his game from brother Jack, who spent a few years up in Quebec in the QMJHL. Knights win that draw, cycled down. Morris will go back in his own end for it. All the way up far to the red line, where Wheeler will intercept that one, and he'll lay it off to Cormier. That was Leard who streaked offside a second early. This is the main line that you want to watch out for if you're the Knights, Regan. You got Zach Wheeler, the Leeds leading scorer, the big body of Cooper Cormier, and then the second-year forward for the Flyers, Jonah Leard, with point per game right now, 2 and 11 and 13.
Yeah, it's the top 3 leading scorers for the Flyers. They're on the same line. So, yeah, like you're saying there, got to keep them away from the goal.
Yeah, well, anybody with Zach Wheeler on their line is going to be putting the puck in the net a lot. That guy's special, and he'll be a high pick in this upcoming QMJHL draft. Puck over to Nicholson off the skate, and he'll have to go to battle against Sturgeon. Eventually the Flyers will win it, and here comes Leard off to Cormier. Cormier looks for Wheeler, but Bradley got to stick to it before Cormier could, or Wheeler, excuse me. This is all 5 Knights in against one of the Flyers in Cormier, and Cormier's just going to hold it there. Eventually the Knights are going to be able to break it out thanks to Nathan Mossy, as Nicholson will drop it for Campbell, curl and drag, and great job by Ross to use that player 21 for the Flyers, Nika Jean, as a screen, but Cormier was up to it and he'll stop it.
There's a bit of a hole open there on High Glove's side, but he keeps it low, and Cormier capitalizes on that one.
Yeah, Cormier's been relatively good on the glove side, on the low glove shots. Obviously, he let in that one by Dawson Sharkey earlier in the frame, but besides that, he's been relatively solid on the glove side. Pierce with it. Looks for Cam Walsh. You see Walsh getting some ozone time here with the Knights. Pierce, Campbell, Walsh. Walsh will lay it down towards Owen McPherson. Puck bounces around his stick, and Moncton will gain control from it. Connor Pierce is looking to stop it and does. Nicholson in now, will shoot. That one gets blocked though by Sanchez, and he'll go behind the goal. Good spin move there and a tuck play. That was Pierce trying to bury that one on the nifty move by Evan Nicholson in the O-zone. Getting crafty behind the net. Almost like Sidney Crosby.
Pretty much. Right to the, I guess you could say, kind of Wayne Gretzky's office.
Exactly.
Another one.
Shovel play there. Doesn't work. Puck's up and rolling after that. Jonah McDonald one-timer hit a stick. Ryan Dwyer trying to move the puck in the O-zone as he's battling. Ryan's coming in fresh off of an injury. Only played 3 games this year for the Knights, a goal and an assist in those 3 games though, so a pretty good start for a guy who had to sit out for the first 10 games. White with it, the captain for the Moncton Flyers. Tries to put it in between the legs of Andy Thompson. Andy's back in the corner now, battling with Leard for it. No one saw the puck, and it was going out towards the Moncton zone before Nick Agin was stepping the way. Thompson hits that one off the shin pads of Cormier, and here comes McDonald. Shoots, and then another block by the Moncton defenseman, Jen. McDonald. Wrap it around. Griffin. McDonald. Wheeler now for the Flyers to Cormier. He'll unload one right into the glove of Bradley, who will easily see and catch and smother that one, and we'll have another stoppage of play and some fresh bodies onto the ice.
A lot of good blocks there by the Flyers players. It's as if they don't really care if they're short-staffed. They're going to sacrifice regardless of what happens. So some good stuff here from the Flyers, but again, they're still down by 1 goal here. The Knights are getting a little bit more lucky goal-wise.
Yeah, a lot of empty seats on the bus on the way here, Regan, for the Flyers. Knights coming in again. It's Griffin.
Ooh.
Nice move there. Tries to put one short side again on Cormier, but he'll hold that one as Griffin and Cormier have a nice little chat. Nothing's going to break out from it. Cormier will head off to the bench. Oh, a penalty for Harper.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
I think it was...
Yeah, looks like a hook. Oh, no, a spear.
Or spear, yeah.
Spear for Harper. I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, it's the gesture out of the body, not in the body, which would be hooking. But yeah, a spearing penalty on Ryan Harper. And I was literally about to say, I was surprised that we still hadn't gotten a single penalty yet in this game, especially considering how these two teams are just going at each other. So it's going to be a 4-minute power play here for the Flyers.
Yeah, great opportunity to end off the period on a good note. Obviously, if they score in the first 2 minutes, then the clock will readjust to another 2 minutes on the power play instead of the original 4. That's only if you score in the first 2 minutes, and Moncton's trying to do that. Wheeler, Cormier. Wheeler off to Sanchez. He'll shoot that one, but Mossy gets a stick to it, and into the corner it goes. Sanchez moves it up to Wheeler again, who will shoot. Good block there. That was Justin Smith getting in the way of that one. Wheeler again. Sanchez. Wheeler on the half wall. Walks in, shoots. Puck's laying down. Hudson Bradley's facing the wrong way. I have no idea how that one didn't get in the back of the net there, Regan.
Just, it was in between a whole bunch of legs there. Lucky as heck for the Knights to not get a goal against there, and yeah, their penalty kill looking good here so far.
Wow, the puck was just sitting there. We could just see it. Looks like too many men for the Flyers, but the refs will allow them to play on. Nicholson had his hand up. Pierce with it now. Just fire that one towards the Moncton end, but Sturgeon gets in the way, and with 10 seconds left, he's going to have to hurry if he wants to score. Nicholson has other plans, though. He'll spin and fire, and with 5 seconds left, looks like that will do it for period 1. So with 2:25 left to go on the Ryan Harper double minor for spearing, it's 2-1 Knights, with goals from veteran players Evan Nicholson and Dawson Sharkey. Well, Regan, you got anything to end us off with?
Just both teams just going at it. Again, the back and forth is kind of the term to describe this game so far. Again, the Knights have just one more goal there, 2-1, but the Flyers have more shots. Just getting a lot of good opportunities, but Hudson Bradley is coming out well on top, and so is Simon Cormier there in the Moncton Flyers goal. So, again, it's going to be definitely an exciting match. We'll see heading into the second period, especially with that power play advantage there for the Flyers.
Well, we'll let the players cool down, and we'll see you on the other side of the intermission break here in 12 minutes. As we approach the second frame, I'd just like to say a big hello to all the former Knights either here or watching online today. So far we've seen 3 Charlottetown Islanders and 3 former Knights here. We've seen Jonah Jelly, Isaac Voss, and Brett Arsenault all doing a great job with Jim Holton's squad in the QMJHL this year, as well as Jude Campbell tuning in online all the way from Rimouski. Jude dealing with a hand injury right now. Hope that it gets better fast, buddy. And Vossi, you too, even though I know you aren't watching right now, out for a couple more weeks here as he deals with an upper body injury. So second period underway, still 2:26 left to go on that penalty. To Harper. Cormier. Wheeler. Cormier now at the half wall. Over to Wheeler. Sanchez again now. Cormier off a skate into Andy Thompson, who will rim that one high and out. A little concern here.
Oh, no.
Turnover in front. Nicholson can't bury it, as I was looking the other way, as there's some confusion right now. The penalty is stuck at 2:26 up on the board. All the Knights coaches finally realizing. Rebound out in front, the score. Sanchez. Another rebound by Bradley. It pops out to 23 in red and black, and he'll make no mistake there, putting it into the back of the cage to beat the Knights' rookie netminder to tie it up.
Got to tie a game now. Yeah, the clock was a little stuck there, but regardless, the Flyers still tie this thing up. Sanchez with his 5th of the season. Power play goal. Was able to get the rebound right by Bradley.
Yeah, good heads-up play by him. Sanchez mans the point on the man advantage and may just be manning the point for the rest of the game here, as the Flyers are short. The officials just making sure that both coaches know what's happening, as the clock was stuck, as we mentioned. So a little bit of confusion there, wondering if it was below the 2-minute mark or not. Deemed it was, though, as we're 59 seconds into the second, and there's only 26 seconds before that 2-minute mark. Sturgeon in on Mossy. We'll chip it around him, but Smith comes to Mossy's aid, and we'll put that out into a spot for him. Campbell tries to chip it around, fails to do so. Puck out over towards Cam White. White with it, pressured though. Campbell trying to find Griffin with it, does, but another puck into the Moncton bench. So we get another stoppage of play here early on in the second frame. Shots are now 12-15 for Moncton. Something that we've seen quite a lot whenever the Knights meet Moncton, giving up more shots maybe than head coach Luke Beck would want to, but sometimes it's just out of your control. Then your goaltender's got to step up like Bradley did just there, making a good save and punching the rebound into the corner.
Cormier was lucky as heck there as well on that turnover to the Knights player, and he was able to stack the pads down to prevent the puck from going in off the dangle.
Yeah, Cormier himself has been a little shaky while taking care of the twig. As that one gets shoveled up off of Bradley's shoulder, and Knights will come back with it again. Nice one-handed pass there to McDonald. That was from Sharkey, and he'll drive the net, finds him and scores! Sharkey to J-Mac, and then back to Sharkey. And just like that, Moncton scores a goal, and so do the Knights.
Perfect vision there from McDonald. Get the puck right behind the defender there and in front. And the Knights retake the lead, 3-2.
Beauty of a play there.
Oh, yeah.
Sharkey started it off with that one-handed pass, reaching around the Flyers defender, and he found McDonald, and McDonald returned the favor. Sanchez gets that one poked by Nicholson, and he'll shovel him down to the ice. Campbell goes around one man, puts it down to McPherson, toe drag. Maybe going to try a wrap play, but puck fell off his stick. Good job by the Knights. Though the puck came out, they still got possession. Morris looking for Andy Thompson. Doesn't find him, though, as Boudreaux intercepts here for the Flyers. Sanchez was right at the point. The puck didn't get to him, though. And Ross Campbell will come back the other way with Nicholson. Feeds him inside. Backdoor McPherson! Had a wide open cage, and he put it wide to the glove side. Knights are going to have to come back again here. McPherson to Campbell. McPherson has to hold up. Nicholson and Campbell were both offside. Now Legere coming back the other way. Goes around Mossy, looks in front. Wheeler couldn't put a stick on it. And now McPherson's got to hustle. He doesn't get there in time. Wheeler's coming down to Leard. Tries to go short side up and rides the glass for a bit before falling to the ice. Wheeler, Moncton's the first one to it again. Really putting the hurt to Charlottetown here. Leard. Moncton still with it. Tries to find Wheeler, but put too much mustard on that one and it will fly by him. Mossy still pressured though by Wheeler. The 07 forward for the Flyers. Knights break out again. Nicholson with it. This group of skaters tired for the Knights. They'll have to switch. Campbell puts it in front. Oh my goodness.
Almost again.
McPherson can do everything but hit the net right now as he's had 2 golden opportunities. Campbell gets bodied off of that one. That one flies through the air, and Campbell will eventually touch up with it again before giving it to Connor Pierce, who then puts it over to Griffin. Will walk in, toe and shoot. Doesn't get it. Griffin tries to do a drop pass there to Nathan Campbell, but Nathan was going for the rim. Puck hops around, eventually finds its way down to Bradley, but he'll push that one aside
Griffin's
to Pierce.
there.
Going for the long stretch pass, but that's intercepted by Nathan Weber. The 07 rookie forward for the Flyers, Sanchez. That one took a weird bounce off the stanchion, and Brennan Murphy's going to come back with it. Walks in, shoots off a leg, and that one just trickles on to Cormier. Weber again. Looking for an outlet, finds it in Cam White. White walks in, he'll lay it off. Flyers get to work here as the shot goes off of Bradley and into the corner. Weber and Campbell, Nathan Campbell battling for it in the corner before help comes in Cam Walsh. Walsh goes to pass and he gets checked by Finnegan, and a good block there by Morris, putting the body on the line. Another one by Morris. He'll take 2, puck out in front, bouncing around. Everyone's down now as the puck's just lying under Finn Morris. How about that, Regan? 2 blocks for number 2.
And quite literally covering the puck on it with his whole body scattered on the ice there.
That
Great
first one looked dangerous too.
Oh yeah.
Looked like it went right towards the neck, but obviously Finn's okay, and he'll go get some love from the Knights bench.
Sure, the coaches will love that too. What a shift.
Oh, how could they not? And first thing, gets a big pat on the back from assistant coach Ben McDonald. Cubby's been running the D here for a couple of years, doing a fantastic job, and he'll be helping out on the Canada Games team as well. Boudreaux shot blocked there by Jonah McDonald, and he'll look for an outlet, which he finds. Sharkey takes a hit to make a play, and he'll dump it down. Ryan Dwyer, first one in, and he'll lay it off for Sharkey. Throws it to the backhand, kind of rolls off the blade there. Doesn't get everything that he wanted. Good interception by Sharkey. McDonald with it, walks in. He picked his spot, and he just couldn't bury it. Sidestep there by Mossy. Finds McDonald, backdoor, shoots off the bar. 2 Knights are snake bitten so far as the chances just keep coming. Another shot in, that one hits a man and off the glass and all the way back down 150 feet.
We went from 2 early goals to now chance after chance, and no one has any luck whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustration there for Jonah McDonald. I was talking to him in the intermission, and I said, team's off to a good start. And he said, yeah, that's great, but I'd just like to finish a few more plays. He's really just a perfectionist, Jonah McDonald. He wants to give it 100% every single shift that he has, and maybe a little disappointed with himself early on in this one. Wheeler fans it, eventually finds a stick, but it's Pierce. He'll float one on, that one goes wide. Campbell's the first one to it, where he finds Justin Smith. He'll glove it down, and he'll float it back towards the direction of Cormier, which he finds. Now Nicholson out in front to Campbell. One-timer. Puck was rolling on edge, though, so he didn't get a lot of mustard on that one as Boudreau breaks it out. Pierce pressured by Leger. Leger takes a wild run at him, but didn't really knock him down to the ice. McPherson finds a long stretch pass, and in comes Campbell.
Whoa.
Shot to score! Ross Campbell on an innocent-looking play, but a beauty of a feed from Owen McPherson. Will rip 1-5 hole on Cormier, and the Knights just got an insurance marker.
McPherson with a great stretch pass there from the Knights zone all the way to Campbell, who remains patient along the Flyers defender, who doesn't really put too much pressure on, and Campbell sneaks the puck. Looked to be a bit under Cormier almost. Low blocker side, and the Knights extend their lead by 2.
Yeah, and with that point there, Ross Campbell has 2 so far tonight, and that will do him good for team lead on the Knights, surpassing Jonah McDonald. Here comes Wheeler. Thompson does a great job to get his stick in the lane and to poke that one free and relieve the pressure momentarily. Big body of Cormier now, coming back on it though. He'll spin and fire. That one's kicked by Andy Thompson. A Finn Morris, and Cormier will level Morris after he makes a pass. And now at the other end, the other Cormier for the Flyers will cover up. Yeah, Cooper Cormier, 05 born forward for the Flyers, 6'1", 220 pounds. Murphy on the draw, loses it to White.
Ninth, fourth goal, scored by number 11, Ross Campbell. Assisted number 22, Owen McPherson. Time of the goal,
Flyers
7:14.
down low.
That's Campbell from McPherson at 7:14.
That one doesn't work though, and McDonald will just have to rim that one in as Carson McKenzie was still offside as he was trying to change. Off goes McKenzie and on comes Sharkey. Sidestepping in his man only momentarily though was Mossy. And he'll have to regroup again down low. Tries to bank it out, but that one's intercepted. Leger with it now, looking for an outlet in front. Puck's just hopping around out there as it often does this game. No one can seem to settle it down. Looking for Sanchez, doesn't get him. Gets Leger
here we
instead.
go.
And here comes Sharkey, takes a stick
Penalty.
up high. Still walking in with it though and doesn't get a stick on it completely. And the Knights are going to be going to a power play.
Would have been a potential hat trick there for Sharkey. I believe it is, or yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been the hat trick for Sharkey, but a hook by Flyers' temporary defenseman, Sanchez, will send him to the box for 2 minutes, and the Knights power play will get to go to work. So far this season, the power play is only at 10% for the Knights. Maybe we'd like to boost that one up a little more. And the penalty kill for the Flyers is at 91%. So a really, really strong Moncton penalty kill needs to get to work here and needs to hold the Knights off if they want to do anything to try to keep themselves in this game.
Flyers are pretty good with the blocks, and the Knights do get good chances. It's just their accuracy it's just a bit inconsistent. They are up 4-2, but there's been plenty of chances that could have them right now easily up by even more.
So the usual culprits out here for the Knights power play. Griffin, McPherson, Nicholson, Campbell, and Andy Thompson will be running the point now that Matt McLean has moved on to the Summerside Capitals to join former Knight Lincoln Waugh. 206 defensemen on that squad for head coach Billy McGuigan. As they're off to another great start. Nicholson fails to find the tape of Griffin. McPherson now low with it. Has Campbell, but chooses Thompson. Thompson to Nicholson. Walking in, tries to find McPherson, doesn't.
Good stick lift.
Great stick lift indeed. Pass not close to Andy Thompson, so Knights are going to have to regroup as Leard will take this opportunity to go to the bench. A minute left on the Knights power play. It's Ross Campbell. Nicholson. Thompson. Campbell. Campbell and Nicholson switching sides, going for their 1T sides now. As the whistle blows, as Flyers forward Johnson was lying on the puck, so we'll get a stoppage in play with 44 seconds left on this Knights man advantage.
Campbell got pinned there, and then Johnson and Campbell pretty much held him all the way down onto the puck.
Nicholson and Wheeler having a conversation too, as Ev loves to do with the opponents every now and then. So Knights second unit now coming out. But by second unit, I don't mean it's any worse. That's for sure. Sharkey, Murphy, McDonald, Morris, and Dwyer up on the point for this man advantage. Just the officials talking to both head coaches, making sure that everyone knows what's going on. Morris at the point, finds McDonald on the half wall, down low. McDonald again. Fans on it though. Cam White, great job by McDonald to knock that out of the reach of White. A desperation play, doesn't want to make Hudson Bradley do any work on this power play. McDonald lays it off again, Morris. He'll start from the back. McDonald crosses the blue line and he'll hold up. Sees his man Sharkey down low. Sharkey with 2 already. Goal scorer for the Knights. Morris with a floater on, doesn't get all the way, and that will go all the way down, and out of the box comes Leger. But Bradley will get to it first, and he'll rim that one around. Ryan Dwyer had it momentarily, but now McDonald has it. Push that one out, but Sturgeon's in the way. That one's in on Bradley, and he'll lay it off for Morris, who's pressured now by Boudreau. Morris to Pierce. Pierce finds McDonald with it. Kicks it up now. Went over the blade of Dwyer and down towards Carson McKenzie. He gets there first in front of other defenseman Johnson. Taken down now by both hands. No penalty on the play though, so we'll keep playing. Walsh. Puck evaded the zone, so he'll have to go back and get it, and he finds Carson McKenzie right in front of the scorekeeper's box. Harper will rim it around. One of the alternate captains for the Knights this year alongside Ross Campbell, Evan Nicholson, and Jonah McDonald. Brennan Murphy with the C, and Pierce with the puck. Now Walsh stumbles but recovers well before that one hits the stick of Boudreau and into the netting with 7:45 left to go. Knights now leading in shots, Regan, 18-7.
Yeah, they're starting to get all over the Flyers here. Seeing Cam Walsh have another good shift right there. Some good stuff from the Knights. Yeah, pretty much all has to be said.
Yeah, this is the point of the game where the 13 skater starts to show. Maybe a little bit of energy dropping out of that Flyers lineup, and maybe that's just giving the Knights exactly what they need. Sanchez. Normally a winger for this Moncton squad, on the point this afternoon. One in the feet of Smith. Moves it up to McPherson, tries to find Campbell. Mossy. Cormier just will float that one down behind the net, and Smith will be the first one there. Leard pressuring as well as Cormier. Leard gets it, drops it to White. Shot, good stick there by Mossy. Another defensive turnover for the Knights, Regan. What do they got to do to stop those? So 7:06 left to go here in the second frame. More Knights alumni coming in as Will Morrison is now in the building. Wilmo obviously is graduated into the MHL now.
Campbellton Tigers.
Exactly.
The winning number is
Doing a fine job there running the point.
0-8-8.
Flyers down low. Bad angled shot on Bradley. And coming from the danger zone with that one, Regan. But Bradley will save that one, and we'll have a whistle. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Well, at this point in the first, Regan, it was all fast-paced hockey, and now bodies start to get a little more tired. We're getting more whistles. Goalies don't want to play it as much.
Yeah, I mean, for how short-staffed they are, yes, they are showing a little bit of fatigue by the looks of it, but they're still trying their hardest and being physical. A couple hits right there along the boards.
Johnson goes for it, lays the body on his man. But nothing will prevail there as we're just going back and forth now. Griffin. Puck takes a weird hop there, and Johnson will have it. The D-man for the Flyers. Push that one over to Weber, and he'll try to put that in, but Morris kind of deflects it into the corner where Andy Thompson will gather it. Andy will just shove that one all the way back out. And the Flyers are just going to dump it in again. The dump and chase. Leger was there first. Tried to force something on net, though, and it didn't work, and Griffin has it on the half wall. He'll cross the red line, and now he'll dump it in. Cormier touches it back behind the net, and he'll leave it just sitting there for O'Brien. Or Boudreau, excuse me. Sanchez back again, pressured by Sharkey, though. Off of his stick, hits the netting right in front of us, and just like that, a face-off will come outside of the Flyers zone and right down in front of us.
Even seems like the Knights are going to showing a little bit of tiredness and fatigue here. It's kind of a neutral zone festival now. The puck's just bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, not a lot of time on attack for either team here in the second, apart from the place that the goals emerged from. McDonald, Dwyer. Isn't able to create anything out of that, so Cam Walsh will step up and he'll lay it off to Connor Pierce. Pierce walks in, lays it off to Sharkey, where Walsh will get that rebound, try to put it in, puts a puck towards the net, but it takes a hop and into the corner. McDonald now with it. Gives it to Walsh again, cross ice to Pierce. Connor Pierce puts one towards the net where Dawson Sharkey tried to get a stick to it, but just stopped it dead in its tracks. Down low. Dwyer was trying to find the stick of McDonald, but didn't happen. Walsh pinched.
Not a good pinch.
Boudreau around. Boudreau will walk in, shoot, good save. Bradley, rebound. Oh, Hudson Bradley puts the glove to it. As that was Jen trying to put that rebound home, but Hudson says not this time, and he'll cover up.
There's a bit of a soft backhander, but at the same time, though, Bradley does come out on top there. He's lucky it didn't try to bounce over the glove. Yeah, the chances are just inconsistent.
A great acrobatic stop there by Hudson Bradley. Let out another rebound that he wouldn't like to go, but he makes up for it with that beauty of a save. Knights again. That one took a really weird hop off of the yellow bearing around the bottom of the ice, and Nicholson wasn't able to control it. Mossy sees a lane, and he'll take it. Nathan Mossy drops it. Campbell, cross ice. Maybe Ross just needs to start pulling the trigger here, Regan. That's once or twice that
Campbell's doing a little bit too much there, trying to create plays that aren't really there. It could just easily take the shot and see how that does. Probably would be a better result.
Yeah, and Ross has a great shot too, Regan. 10 on the season. Good shot there by Nicholson. He'll get cross-checked in the back, and looks like that's going to be Lear going to the box, as the Knights love that. A bunch of stick taps on the bench from Ryan Harper.
Nicholson's trying to fool around with Johnson there. You can see with the stick in the glove. I mean, it's Nicholson. No surprise.
Yeah, well, that's what Nicholson does. Gets under the opposing team's skin, and then he gets to work. Already with the goal tonight, he opened it up. Goal, and then Dawson Sharkey's highlight reel. Knights again with it off the bar was Sharkey looking for the hat trick. Not this soon, might have to wait for the third. McDonald puts that one down low and he'll let Harper get to work. Harper to Sharkey. Thompson. McDonald. Ooh, good play there. Tried to get a tip from Harper, but put it wide. Thompson. McDonald. Looks cross ice to Sharkey. Doesn't find it though as Cam White will intercept. And he'll try to pin it up on the boards, but outnumbered by the Knights. Still doing a great job. Now it's Sanchez in there, and White will just take a step back. Puck eventually comes to Jonah McDonald. Nathan Weber on him though, but Jonah ends up rimming it down low to Harper again. Harper and McDonald just playing catch with it before it's knocked up to Andy Thompson, who will put a high shot in on net. Caught Jen up high, and White will have to come out with it.
Sort of.
Weber holds up, tries to find somebody with it, but
3-on-1.
Oh my, now the Knights are coming 3-on-1 on a power play. Tic-tac-toe, what a beauty of a play! Carson Griffin will make no mistake with that as the Knights are just orchestrating artwork here, Regan.
That's 2 highlight reel goals we've seen here. We got the Dawson Sharkey dangling through everyone, and then we got the beautifully executed tic-tac-toe. It's 5-2 Knights with 2:20 to go in the second. Wowzers.
Well, you hardly ever see a 3-on-1, and let alone a 3-on-1 on a power play. I don't know what the Flyers were thinking there, having 3 men within the Knights' blue line. But here we are. Nathan Campbell, he'll chip one around, and he'll take on Sturgeon. Driving below the net is Nathan Campbell before he's hit into the boards.
Yeah, I don't know what Leger was doing there in the offensive zone, trying to pass the puck to anyone he could, not really trying to do anything on his own, and then that's what led to the tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting penalty kill strategy. One that didn't work out.
We're off the helmet.
Puck right off the dome of the other Boudreaux on this Moncton team. They got 2. They got Zachary, and they also have Benoit. High stick on the play, though, and we'll have a stoppage of play, and the face-off will come to the glove side of Hudson Bradley as we tick the time down with only 1:36 now left to go in the second period. Flyers regain the lead in shots with 21 now. 21-20 are the shots. Knights only trailing by 1, though. Wheeler tries to maybe construct a face-off play, but one of the Flyers took a whack at Bradley after the whistle, and that wasn't appreciated. I think that was Jonah Leard.
Then Morris was not letting him have any of it.
Is it just Morris going? I thought he motioned for 2, but I guess it's just Finn. They'll be in the box and head contact, and once again, the Flyers are going to get an opportunity to end off the period in the right way. Failed to do so at the end of the first, but it's a new period. New things can happen.
That only looked like a cross-check to the back. Somehow it was the head.
Nonetheless, so only 2 minutes. Unintentional. Sanchez, Leard, work with it down low. Cycle it. Sanchez, Wheeler. Wheeler, the forward, playing the point on this power play. I would have pictured him on the half wall, but nonetheless. Cormier walks in and rips that one wide. 5 forwards on this power play for the Flyers. Regan, not sure if that's an everyday thing or just with the shortage of bodies. I'm not too sure.
Well, I mean, if you're short-staffed, it is what it is. It's what you got to do. I mean, some teams do it when they have all their defenders because they trust the forwards so much, but again, you can't really blame them.
Cormier to Wheeler, up top. Sanchez pressured hard, though. Great job by the Knights. PK, nice wrap. Ooh. I thought that was a wide open lane, but Mossy did a good job to get in the way of that one. Dwyer fire that one down with 22 seconds left here in the second period. Cormier will settle it down, and the Flyers are going to have to go for one more rush here. Johnson will lead it. Crossing the blue line, looking for an outlet. Decides to carry it below the goal. Up top now, Boudreau misses that one, and it'll go all the way back down into the Flyers' end, and that will do it for 40 minutes of play as Mossy has a conversation with Cormier going off the ice. Regan, you got any closing thoughts for us here as it's 5-2 for the Knights?
I mean, besides it's funny, we had we're in between. There were many goals in this period, but at the same time, it was just extremely quiet, extremely inconsistent. There were obvious fatigue from both teams, particularly from the Flyers, especially like you were saying, first period. They were all out with the energy, but then considering how short-staffed they are, they kind of just ran out a little bit in the second period. So Knights seem to be kind of getting away with it now. But again, there's still plenty of time. The Flyers could still surprise us. They definitely have shown the potential for just that.
Well, that'll do it for the first 40 minutes of play, and we'll meet you on the other side of this intermission. Well, folks, welcome back for third period action between the first place team in the NBPEI MU18HL Charlottetown Knights and the second place team, Moncton Flyers. Always close between these two teams, although Knights starting to maybe run away a little bit with this one, Regan, as it's 5-2 heading into the third frame.
Yes, up by 3 goals here. They're kind of getting against the Flyers here, especially called the short staff Flyers here today. They had a really energetic first period, and then they started to show a little bit of fatigue as expected in the second period. And yeah, there were a couple goals in the second, but just kind of relatively mediocre in terms of pace and such. I mean, teams have been physical against each other, you know. Flyers are up in shots by about 22-20. Still on the power play for about 28 seconds here. So we'll just have to find out. The Flyers will be able to get back in this one despite how short their bench is, or the Knights might just get carried away, especially with the 3-goal lead.
Yeah, well, you know, one early goal, Regan, and it's a completely different game, and I think that's what Moncton's going to push for here as Wheeler enters the Knights zone. Stutter step,
like here?
and then he'll fold one over, puck in the feet of Hudson Bradley, and he'll put the trapper down and smother that one early on. An early test there, a little bit of a scramble play, as we've seen multiple times today. As we mentioned in the first 2 periods, Knights got to do a better job of stopping the defensive turnovers.
Oh, yeah, and they need a lot of better vision. They got to eye who's around and such, because the Flyers, have been pretty much any time they try to make a pass, there's always a Flyer that just comes right out of nowhere. And like you said here, if the Flyers can get an early goal here, especially off a turnover, it may change things up.
Oh, exactly. And Wheeler's the man looking to change that as he'll walk in and rip one, but puck stays still as it hit a couple Knights players. Weird drop pass there by Carson McKenzie. Dropping it right to Nathan Mossy, right next to the Knights goal. He'll try to kick it forward, not able to. Shot by Laird, rebound will come to Wheeler. Gets pressured hard there by the Knights, and McKenzie will try to push that one up. No luck in doing so, though, and Wheeler back with it now behind the net. Off the back of the cage, up in the air. And that is where the Knights will get it with Justin Smith. Turns it over again, though. Laird tries to spin and fire, doesn't get there. And now Carson McKenzie's going to wheel up. 5-on-5 hockey again as Carson tries to take a man, Johansson.
Penalty.
And another penalty there. That one just looked like Johnson blew a tire.
That'll be a tripping call. He hit the speed there. The Flyer came along, and then a stick under some legs. So Flyers will get another big opportunity here. The Knights have been pretty good with their penalty kill in terms of being able to block the shots and such. So that's been the thing with both power plays as well. Like, just it either sticks on one side or there's just players all over the place and passes cannot be done. So one little situation here might change things up, or it might just stay rather the same.
Yeah, both teams' power plays, nothing to ride home about. Knights, as we mentioned, rocking the 10% power play. Flyers with the 11.
Although there was that tic-tac-toe play, which was very lucky, but again, still happened from Carson Griffin finishing off that beautiful play. Here come the Flyers, and that looked like it went in almost.
Yeah, close. Just sitting on the back of the net here as Flyers are going to set it up again. Sturgeon on the QB position. Johnson with it now. So they go from 2 defensemen on the power play to no defensemen and back to 2 defensemen. Sturgeon will let that one float outside. And he'll hear it from the Knights bench. Sturgeon off the stick of Jonah McDonald, and he'll get that forecheck going. Just trying to delay the Flyers, from making a breakout. High stick on the play there, and we'll have a face-off back in the Moncton half of the ice. Right outside of the blue line. 58 seconds left on this McKenzie minor for tripping. Moncton power play has been 0 for 3 so far. Knights, as we mentioned, they have been 1 for 1 on that beauty of a tic-tac-toe. For some reason on a 3-on-1 on a power play, but they capitalized when they needed to, and that's why they're up 5-2.
Exactly.
Flyers trying to break it out again. Sanchez now. Wheeler back on with Cormier. He'll walk in and shoot, but a great block there. Finn Morris. Make that 3 blocks for Finn so far. Another shot off the mask of Bradley.
Helmet
Pop
off.
both of the buckles on the back there, as that was a shock to the system, and we'll have a delay here as Huddy will have to put the straps and the buckles back on. As we mentioned, Hudson Bradley off to a great start here, 4-1, 4-1, excuse me, a 222 goals against average and a 924 save percentage. Really great stats for the rookie netminder, and probably the best rookie goalie in the league right now as it stands.
And even as you would say mostly a backup, because Kiefer Thompson's been more in particular the starter by just a couple starts. Bradley's still holding
Shot
up.
in, rebound loose.
Ugh.
Campbell, he clears. Sorry, Regan.
No worries. Scramble. Gotta talk. You gotta talk when you gotta.
Flyers will enter the zone again. Sanchez, Pierce, battling for it. McPherson's in there too. Toe picks though, but he'll regain his feet again. In comes Cormier with a shot up and out of play. So the record of the Flyers is 6-5, 2-1, and that's good enough for second place Knights, as we mentioned first. They're 11-1 with 9 wins in a row, Regan, going for 10. Double digits in the win column in a row. Sturgeon. Johnson, cross ice. Leger was there. The stick wasn't. Good job to muscle that one out by Finn Morris. 9 assists in 12 games for Finn. No goals so far. But Finn's not a big shooter. More of a setup guy, as he'll hit his man to the ice.
And a blocking machine.
And a blocking machine this game, that's for sure. Putting it all on the line here. Shot, good save by Bradley.
Ooh.
Rebound, spin and a turn. No go on that one, though. Sturgeon gets it lost in his feet. Nathan Campbell bats it in, but the Knights are offside, so he'll have to loop back. That one's batted in towards Hudson Bradley. He'll stop it. Took a weird bounce. Hit him in the leg, but, I mean, he stopped it one way or another. No harm, no foul. Knights without a shot so far this period, I think, Regan.
About that.
That's trying to change, and one way or another off the skate of Ross Campbell, and that will be good for the Knights' first shot on goal this period.
Yeah, you're talking about the 9-game winning streak right there for the Knights here. You'd have to think that at some point it's going to have to be broken, which why this team pretty much has to be kind of grateful and just take it all in with how it's going and such, and be disciplined enough to have that awareness that at some point it'll probably have to come to an end. Imagine if that would be the jinx right there.
Cam Walsh now on the point with, instead of Connor Pierce, Nathan Mossy. He turns that one over, though, and White's going to break in towards Bradley. Mossy gets a stick on it, just makes it that more confusing, but Bradley has his pad to backstop him, and he'll cover it up. Flyers doing a great job this period, Regan. Thought that they would have been a little gassed now with only 13 skaters. You usually have 12 forwards in your lineup, but Moncton just has 13 skaters, and they're doing a great job out shooting the Knights. I believe it is 6-1 now in the third period.
I mean, for that many short players, they're not giving up even as well. It's a 3-goal lead that they'll have to break up, so they're not giving up. I mean, at least that's something.
Exactly. Even whenever short-staffed, they aren't giving up. And here's a break. Weber in on Bradley. He'll shoot and he'll score! Nathan Weber will put one past the side of Hudson Bradley. And with the 29th shot on Bradley, the Flyers strike again.
That'll be his second of the season right there for Nathan Weber.
Great play to fork that puck up to the streaking Weber. And he's all alone, one-on-one with Hudson Bradley. Makes no mistake. Puts that on the glove side.
Just pretty easily. Bit of the celly against the Knights home crowd. I mean, again, one goal could change everything. This might be it. The Knights are seemingly, they seem a little bit tired to begin this period. And yeah, you can see the players just rushing as hard as they could against Weber, but yeah, just nothing for his speed and the easy shot he was able to get by Bradley there. So again, we're not hitting half. We haven't hit halfway just yet. So there's time
hit there. Morris knocks Wheeler down.
Oh yeah.
Tells them that he's still in the game as Sharkey will regain and look for the streaking McDonald. Doesn't find him though. So that'll be Weber's 5th point of the year. Only played 10 games though. Missed 4. So Moncton, all of a sudden now we got a little bit of life back into them. Only down by 2, still just under 14 minutes of play left to go.
And a bit of chit-chat there. Looks to be from Ash Dawson Sharkey. He's nearing the hat trick, but he's kind of breaking the goal penalty pattern. I mean, it might be kind of a good thing. Still time, though, for things to unravel.
He was getting too predictable. The opponents knew what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
He had to change it up somehow. Sanchez back in, tries to find Benoit. He's met there by Justin Smith. Benoit himself Boudreau, excuse me, is a big man himself. Him and Cormier definitely the big bodies as the Knights are going to get to work. Smith with a shot gets tipped on. Doesn't find its way to Cormier though in the back of the net. Ross Campbell's going to be the first one there, and he'll touch up for the Knights. Give it to Mossy. He'll unload one high, and that smokes Nicholson right up by the neck. He's hurt, and he's going to have to head off. That's not what you want to see for one of your team's leading scorers. A high shot from the point.
Oh, God, another giveaway.
Another defensive turnover out in front. Good job by McPherson, though, to come back. Sturgeon tries to toe drag, does it, but not as smooth as he would have liked, and Mossy's back again. Nathan Campbell tries to push that one forward, isn't able to, and Connor Pierce is going to have to meet Roger there. Harper knocks it back, only as far as the Flyers defenseman Johnson. In front, the pass doesn't find Weber, but then the rebound finds Finnegan, and he fans on it. And Pierce is going to try to move this up ice.
Surprised there wasn't a tripping call there. That would have given the Flyers a power play, but no, they keep themselves safe.
Cam Walsh walks in. Nice nifty play by him on the blue line to keep it from being offside, but
got a little bit of grabbing on Ryan Harper. Johnson
and Harper have been at it all game, and there's no exception here in the third period where it's 5-3 for the Knights. Shots 22-29 for the Flyers. Flyers haven't had a shot on goal since the goal that they scored, actually, by Nathan Weber on the breakaway, and that was 3 minutes ago. Brennan Murphy and Zach Wheeler in here for the draw. Wheeler will win it back to Sturgeon. Sturgeon will find the stick of Leard, who will just tip that one down towards Andy Thompson. Off the glass and out, though, and Johnson's going to have to wait and regroup. Cormier tries to glove it down, doesn't do so. Carson McKenzie with it off the blue line. To hand it off to Griffin, who overskates it. Morris will pinch up, and he'll keep it in for McKenzie, who will bat it back down. Johnson pressured hard, though. Murphy gets tripped up, and he'll have to come outside the zone. Wheeler now in with Cormier. Wheeler, great job by Finn Morris. Gets down and blocks the pass. Regan. Puck in on Bradley now. Leard with it again behind the net. Good job by Morris again, who's really been one of the best players on the Knights so far this game, Regan.
I mean, Finn Morris has been seemed like he's been more well-known trying to be like a playmaking defenseman, but tonight he's been kind of trying to be like a second goalie for Hudson Bradley. Just block after block and keeping the puck away from any potential perfect executions of plays.
Here comes the Flyers again. Tries to do the cut play, doesn't get anything happening from that, though, but they still maintain possession. Coming in towards the offside before Justin Smith will knock him down to the ice. Boudreau couldn't shovel that backhander in off in time. Jane with it. Sanchez looks to move it up ice. Does, but only to Justin Smith, who will take down the linesman in his attempt to move the puck. Boudreau sidesteps Mossy. Tries to put it down low, but doesn't prevail so in doing that. Sharkey overskates the puck a little bit there as it was up in the air. Tried to bat it along, but didn't have any success. Dwyer. McDonald, Pierce. And here comes Weber again. Off the rush, looks cross ice to White, doesn't find him. Tries to hold up, and he blows the tire in front of Jonah McDonald. Sturgeon misses the puck, swing and a miss, and here comes the Knights. McPherson again with it, gets taken into the boards by Johnson. That one's rimmed around to Weber. He'll turn the Jets on. Ross Campbell coming off the bench, tries to slow him down, does eventually. Cam White with it now in the bottom corner. Finnegan's there too. Weber. Pierce. Pierce and the Flyers just playing back and forth as Ross Campbell's going to escape with McPherson. Toe drag, pass out in front, and Cormier knocks the net off and makes a save all in one. So we'll have a stop and play there on that 2-on-1 chance, Regan.
A very fair decision there by Campbell this time around. I've been thinking he should be shooting a lot more, but on that play it made sense. Puck right on the stick there, but Cormier again comes out on top. He's got 5 goals against in this game, but again, though, he has made some pretty good saves, especially on the Knights' power plays that have happened throughout the game so far. So, and again, just over halfway through the third period, 2-goal lead, still time.
Puck out in front, Campbell overskates it, and that one's put into the 5-hole of Cormier by Owen McPherson. Good to see Evan Nicholson back out on the ice after a high shot by his teammate Nathan Mossy. Hit him up towards the collarbone, but Nicky looks all good, so he'll keep going here for the final 9 minutes of the third. And he has the puck now. Puts it off for Ross Campbell, and he'll open up, but Morris gets instead, shoots. Good save there by Cormier. Would have been something if Morris would have gotten that one in the back of the net.
Being all defensive all game and then finally showing off the offense. He looked like he had a good vision there, trying to find a bit of a deflection in front from between a Knight and a Flyer there, right there in front of Cormier.
McPherson now to Campbell, looking for Nicholson, doesn't reach him though, and McPherson has it down low again. Mossy up top with it. He'll dance on the blue line before handing off to Ross Campbell. Back to Mossy, who gets taken down a little awkwardly by the boards and then hit again by Johnson. Puck tried to be cleared, didn't really manage to do that cleanly, but it's out of the zone now. Leard walks in, shoots. That one's rifled wide. Hudson Bradley didn't even have to move on that one. Leard again to Cormier, tries to shoot, but Hudson Bradley has the glove there and ready. That was a dangerous shot, Regan. Huddy had to be ready for that one.
Yeah, I was wondering if that one would sneak through. Bradley just barely there, but yeah, and the Knights were just kind of all over the place, just didn't really know, not really any smart puck decisions there in the Flyers zone. Maybe the hands are just a little bit tired on a couple of these players. I would think Campbell too, especially. Made a lot of early shots earlier in the game, but now he's just trying to create a lot more plays. Just hasn't really worked.
Harper with it now, below the Knights' goal line. Move it up, but Leger's in the way. Nice tip there by Boudreau, but doesn't work out. That's Benoit Boudreau, not Zach Boudreau. Although they're on the same line, of course, just to make it difficult for us. Pierce just float that one in below the goal line, and he'll make Cormier come out for it. He'll lay it off the glass into Leger. Murphy. Harper. Puck was on its edge and into the glove of Cormier. Ryan Harper has to be careful here. He's been chatting to the official quite a lot, Regan. Maybe if he gets to that point, it could be an unsportsmanlike.
I mean, yeah, the way he can kind of chitter-chat along the ice, it could come at any point. It's 50-50.
Ozone draw for the Knights, and they win it. Nicholson tries to do a deke and get around his man. Doesn't happen, though. And now the Flyers will break out.
One.
Weber to Flanagan.
Good defense.
No shot on the play, though. Looks like he's trying to pass it. Now here comes the Knights. Nicholson. Morris jumping up in the play. To Griffin. Cuts in. He'll try to shoot. Fan on it. He tries to shoot again at the post with the shot was Griffin.
Trying to go top shelf with that one almost. That would have been a beauty after getting kind of unlucky there with the puck, but then he eventually got it and tried.
Flyers
there's a penalty.
Back again as
penalty.
Looks like maybe Carson McKenzie, is going to take a penalty there. No, it looks like Evan Nicholson will sit for 2. Nope.
No, it is McKenzie.
Yep, it's McKenzie. Just showed us
a little bit of talking from Nicholson. That's all it was.
Imagine that now. Evan's talking to the ref. So Kars is going to sit for another 2 minutes. Already has a penalty in this one. Then he'll go for another 2 here. Great opportunity for the Flyers, though, Regan. 5-3 game, 2-minute power play. Still lots of time.
Yes, 6.5 minutes. Still chance.
Wheeler rifles one foot over the net. He saw the lane, but just couldn't connect. Mossy's just going to pin that one up against the boards, and he'll let everyone hack and slash at him. Mossy's still with it, doing a great job. The official's calling for him to move it, but he's just going to sit right on it. Look at that. That's 30 seconds off of that penalty right there. And now Ross Campbell's coming in on Wheeler. Cormier turns it over again. Campbell's in on a 1-on-5, and he'll hit it all the way back to Smith. That's a great play by Ross.
What was any of that?
Just killing time there. And Pierce will have it, and Pierce doesn't waste any time. Fire one down on Cormier, and he's on the puck again. Oh my gosh. He's getting close. Turnover here. Sharkey in front. Oh, he had a wide open net, and he put it wide. The hat trick. He was so close. And the backhand just rolled up on him, and he missed. He just straight up missed.
He just lost the stick, too. Goodness.
Wow. What a sequence. As Cormier's going to enter the Knights zone, and he'll drop it for Wheeler. Wheeler again. Watch out when he has it. Boudreau puts one on net. Good save by Bradley. Zach Boudreau on that one. And Justin Smith will just manhandle Leard, getting him out of the way of Hudson Bradley. Smitty's a stand-up guy for his goalie. And
still more.
We're going to go at it again.
That was, from both teams, that was probably the floppiest shift I've ever seen of this hockey in a while.
Yeah, but no penalties on the play, though. 30 seconds remaining on this Carson McKenzie penalty. This has been a wild, wild penalty this whole time, starting off with the Nathan Mossy 30-second kill in the corner to the turnovers by Cormier. Just all over the place in this one, Regan.
I mean, if that's going to be the norm right there, I mean, you would think those kinds of plays after the whistle there would probably give you some misconducts in minor hockey based on personal experiences. So I think the next time something like this happens, it might be penalties going to everyone, to be honest. Just officiating consistency.
And Luke Beck's going to try to stand up for his guys there, having a long conversation. Even after the puck dropped, he was still talking to the official. Mainly a one-way conversation, but another turnover here in the Flyers zone. Murphy's going to get it, and they'll hit it all the way back down to Hudson Bradley. Andy Thompson turning fire, turns that one over himself. Long shot misses the blocker side of Bradley. Oh, and a big hit by Finnegan.
Oh, goodness.
They're
going to go after him.
Crushed Finn Morris in the corner.
Oh, Morris is going to join
Finn's
in
not
now.
having that, and he's going to go and have a talk with Finnegan, but the officials aren't going to even let him go in and see.
It's getting ugly.
And surprise Johnson's going to be talking to Morris there. Sure, that one seemed more heartfelt, though. Wow, what a hit there, though, by Finnegan. A head contact is the call on the play. I'd have to say it would be a 4-minute, though. And if that is the case, and that's just destroyed Moncton's chance at getting back into this game. So we'll wait and see what pops up on the scoreboard, and it is a 4-minute penalty to Joseph Finnegan, the big 6'2", 179-pound, 2005 forward. He will sit for the rest of the game. Well, most of it anyways. He'll be back out for the last 39 seconds if the Knights don't score.
I mean, it's only going to be like less than 40 seconds there. I mean,
bumper play, McPherson lays it down. Smith's out there in the power play with Mossy. Good stick there by Leard, though, and now the Knights are going to have to set up again.
I mean, in those final 40 seconds, it probably
turned over again.
Oh my
in
goodness.
the D zone. This time it was McDonald. Can't trust anyone this game. Regan is offside is the call because Ross leaked in, and Johnson's going to laugh right in his face for some reason, even though he's a -2 tonight.
But yeah, I mean, if the guy wants to come out within the final 40 seconds and cause some more drama, then perhaps that's all you can really do at this point.
Yeah, hit was a little late, but not anything suspension worthy or anything.
Finn Morris might think otherwise.
Justin Smith, he'll carry the puck in, tries to cut to the net himself, but it's broken up, and Smith will take care of his man, and he'll go to the box. The official didn't like what she saw there, and Smitty's going to have to take a seat too. It's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. As Ross takes a lap by the Moncton bench just to see how everything's going with the boys in red and black. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any extra penalties at all. I heard a secondary whistle go after the play.
We were talking about that play there where there really weren't any penalties around Hudson Bradley there, and I was just saying if it's going to be the norm, if that might be the norm of no penalties, then it's probably everything's going to probably do a little switcheroo, and that's exactly what we're seeing now is both teams now have long penalties.
Yeah, so we'll be 4-on-4 for the remainder of this game here, which, I mean, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. A lot of on-man breaks as Sharkey will walk in, let one rip. Bad rebound by Cormier, and Pierce will regain up top to Thompson. Cross ice to Sharkey, takes a weird hop off the end boards. Sharkey gets it again, walks in, puts the backhand towards Cormier, but he stood his ground, and he'll cover up with 3:31 left to go in the third period.
That's Smith, 4 minutes per head contact at 16:04.
Well, I mean, with how much is going on here, the Flyers, it wouldn't be surprising if the Flyers bench gets even shorter within these final couple 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it reminds me of all the games versus the Wild, just the intensity that these two teams bring. A spear there.
Oh, boy.
And Johnson's going to go as he got Murphy right in the jewels.
Flyers not happy. Gosh.
And Johnson's going to keep arguing all the way to the box on this one, and he doesn't think that that's a penalty. Spear, so now it's a 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds, as that spear is going to cost him a double minor. Now he'll be out for the rest of the game. Maybe a little bit of a veteran's move here by the official to just hand out double minors so he doesn't have to kick anyone out and do all that paperwork, eh?
If you don't call one penalty, then you're eventually going to call all of them. I mean, it's pretty much minor hockey in a nutshell. So
it looks like Finn Morris is going to sit for the rest of this, has his helmet off. Just taking it easy, getting medical attention, just making sure that everything's okay, no concussions or anything. Mossy has it at the point. Drops that off Griffin. Hops to McDonald cross ice, not intentionally, but here we are. McDonald trying to find a lane, gives it to Griffin. Maybe looking for a give and go, but the lane wasn't there. Now he gets it back. Trying to cut in, doesn't work out. Lots of ice here. Mossy to McDonald, tries to push that up, and Wheeler's going to go for it. Wheeler and Mossy in a foot race. Wheeler's going to get there first. Cut in, good save by Bradley, going for the poke check. Now we're getting some real open ice hockey. Now here comes the Knights. McDonald Tries to walk right in, gets that one poked away by White. And he'll try to clear. Doesn't though, as Griffin gets in the way of that. Griffin to Mossy. Mossy will take his time. Cam White looking on. Gets it back. He'll walk in, let one rip. In and out of the glove of Cormier, and we're still playing hockey. Mossy again, fakes the slap shot. Looks for an outlet, sees Griffin, but Griffin was thinking the bench, and Mossy was thinking to go for more.
Just waiting for the Dawson Sharkey hat trick. If Luke's going to let him.
I don't think so anymore. So he'll have to take a seat. Maybe an empty net, though. We'll see if someone gets another penalty. Ross Campbell out there with Jonah McDonald and Brennan Murphy. Andy Thompson running the point. Murphy, Campbell, Murphy. They'll look to Thompson. And Thompson will look to Murphy. Quick shot there. Good save. Campbell has it on the boards by himself, but he's pressured hard by Sturgeon, but he'll keep it in nonetheless. He overskates the puck. Murphy to Campbell again now. And he was calling for it at the point. Didn't get it though, and down the ice it goes with 30 seconds left on this Finnegan penalty. Knights on the power play for another 20, and then 4-on-4 for the rest. Andy Thompson will hold up, and he'll drop that to Murphy. Over to Campbell. Campbell will look towards Nicholson. Nicholson will walk in, try to put one short side, but Cormier's there with the glove. And with 48 seconds left, we got 9 seconds left on the Finnegan penalty. And we got 52 seconds left on the Smith penalty. And we got 1:25 left on the Johnson penalty.
Just waiting for that one stick jab to just cause an hurrah. 10 this off.
Exactly.
Just waiting for it.
Pierce now with it, lays it off. Mossy can't find the net with that one though, as Sanchez was in the way. Mossy again, now we're back to 4-on-4 hockey. Boudreau will come on for Finnegan, who will take a seat. And he has it now. Boudreau crosses the Knights line and on a 1-on-3. Now Mossy with it again, the defenseman, he'll lead the rush. Comes in, lays one off to Dwyer, just out of the reach, but he'll corral it in the corner. Only momentarily, though. Boudreau has it again with 10 seconds left to go. He'll dump that one in towards Hudson Bradley as the Flyers almost waving the white flag here. Dwyer up top, Sturgeon. Shot, good block there, and that will do it. So Hudson Bradley improves his record to 5-1. The Knights get 10 in a row, and they improve their record to 12-1. 5-3 is the score in favor of the Knights. 31-32 are the shots in favor of the Flyers. Regan, you got anything for us to close off?
Well, I mean, every game that you'll see between the Knights and the Flyers will always be an absolute thrill. It'll have everything imaginable that you'll see in a hockey game. Both teams came out with a lot of energy in the first period, then it kind of teetered off for a bit, and then it was just on and off, back and forth. We saw a lot of highlight reel goals, especially from Dawson Sharkey and the tic-tac-toe that gave Carson Griffin his 6th of the season there. So, yeah, 10 wins in a row. The Knights continue to remain hot. And, yeah, the Monctonians coming up too, eh?
Yeah, we'll have some coverage from the Monctonian for you. Not sure about streams, but definitely the Twitter will be updated if you ever wanted to stick along. So, on behalf of Universum Media, my color commentator, Regan McCauley, and myself, Luke Much, we thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.